Hello there. Today I am going to show how to make a paddock that isn't a paddock. I got this idea based off of a post on Reddit, recreated the paddock that was from the post here to the best of my ability, not being able to see every little corner there. And this is what we got. And I suggested in the post that you can use doormats or fence posts to make the room smaller. Basically, you're just trying to figure out like what the size of the room is, how much larger you are. Right, and so you can have a pretty big pen. In this case, they want a paddock, so that's like one way of doing it. And then just like, you know, get rid of this and then just have your paddock that's a little bit smaller, but that registers as a room. You can try and make it as that was not the right one to move. As cool of a design as you want. Oh, and that's one too big. So, and see, in the picture I added this because they had it in their thing. So you'll notice that when I pick it up, it deregisters the room, and that is because these act as walls. So one of my favorite ways to do is, because lots of fencing to split a room, or like even doormats to split something like this, doesn't always look great because it's outdoors. You want it to look a little more natural. So instead what you can do is just fill any excess spaces with these guys. Now just like have them all over the place until you can get it to register. You might still need to make it a little bit smaller, because even with a ton of these guys, it might not necessarily do the trick. But eventually, when you add enough of these, the room will register. See? So that's like a lot of these guys that you have to add in order to make it so. Right? It no longer registers that I'm in the room when I'm here, because those are all walls. Just as I step out. And so you can have like weirdly shaped rooms, especially when you have a gate for the door, because gates only need one high walls. Right? So you can have like the weirdest shaped rooms you could possibly want, as long as they don't exceed 150 blocks of space for the interior, and that no direction is longer than 32 blocks total. So making it smaller is definitely what needs to be done to get it to register. But there is another more fun way that I like to do, which is the reason why I decided to make this video, because I realized not enough people know about this trick. So the trick is we want this room to register as paddock. I'm guessing we'd prefer if it was underneath the beds a little bit so that the animals would use the beds. So we're gonna dig down. Three blocks. And I'm going to put our lovely doormat in here to make this register as a room. And then that way I know when it no longer registers as a room. And again, I can make that weird room shape underneath. You can also like just break all the grass so that you know can see where it is and stuff, but don't have to. This is probably easier for me to do it. That should be good enough for this space. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our haystack in, and we're going to get some wheatgrass. There it is. And we're gonna put some beds. Oh, I know why it's not doing it. Because it requires a gate, not a doormat. There, large paddock. All right, now we want crates because they don't count as walls, but they will fill the space so that nothing can spawn down here. See? You can put it right in front of the door and nothing happens. It just becomes a super fancy paddock. And then you want to make sure that you put it above everything. You're literally going to fill every single spot that you can with crates. But see, now nothing can spawn down here, but it's a lovely, super fancy paddock. Your camera goes through them. They don't count as walls. The last one there. And then we'll take out our grass block and we will refill this. Now, standing up here, it does not seem like this is a paddock at all. Again, it's just a too big room, right? But we bring over, right? And then they go in the pen. They can't get to the pen, so they'll get as close as they can, which is on top of the pen. And then that allows you to do really cool things. You don't need these fence posts anymore if you don't want them. Right? They will stay here in this vicinity. Because there's a pen underneath. Right, and now you are free to just do whatever you want for your fake pen, because it doesn't matter. You can make it without corners, you can make it too big, you can make it however you want to make it. I like using these. Whoops. I don't recall if they act as well as... I don't think they do. So they're fun to use for something like this where it doesn't matter. Right? You can, oops. Turn this into like a little storage. Put a roof on it. Right? Put some tools in here. Whatever you want. Put your fancy fencing. Right, however you want. I'm gonna contain your wheatgrass. Probably smart. You can even, if you really want the gate or whatever, you can even have a gate. Right, the point is to just get creative with your invisible pen. Paddock. Whichever room you put underneath here. And this can be done with all kinds of rooms. I've done it with, when I wanted them to come and sit at an open bar, I just made a bar underneath the surface. And see? They come sleep. Like, he's sleeping on the bed underneath. He's not even sleeping on this bed. He's sleeping on the bed underneath. And so they will just stay in this area because it's a paddock. Even though it does not look anything remotely like a paddock. And so that is the fun of hidden rooms. So hopefully that helps someone make some cool looking stuff on their farm. And let's see if I can make this funky looking. Crates down. Whatever you want. The world is your oyster. With this. I'll get it eventually. Put your torches back. Guys, when I take the thing out of my inventory, it's because I want to use it. And then you have a fun little paddock that your animals will stay in. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful for you. And, see you next time.